Okay, so my task is what? How we will configure OJDBC 14. So this is a jar file that we have to configure into our project structure. Our project is available into our Eclipse environment. Just to see, our project name is JDBC underscore projects. Just you enter into the project structure. You noted, so there is a folder SRC. This folder name is SRC. You do right click on SRC folder. Just to see, there is an option build path, and when you will bring your cursor, you will bring your mouse over build path, then automatically so many options are coming, and there is an option configure build path. So what I told, so right click on SRC folder, then build path, then click on configure build path. Just I clicked, then so this interface came. Just to see, there are so many menus here: source, projects, libraries, order and export. Just to see, there is an option, one menu, there is one menu, libraries. Just you click on libraries. Okay, so what I did, right click on SRC folder, then build path, then go to configure build path. You click on configure build path, then click on libraries. Then once you clicked on libraries, then you see there is an option add external jar. Where is my cursor? So I hope it is visible to all of you. So you click on add external jar, because whatever the jar we are going to configure, so that is external jar, because from the external resources that we are bringing, so we can say that is an external jar file. So you click. So once I clicked add external jar, you go to that file where you have kept that file. I have kept in D drive. Inside D drive, I have a folder. So one folder I think I had created in D drive. Suppose in D drive, so I have a folder Java softwares. Inside the Java softwares, just to see, my Oracle 10G software is here. Just I will open Oracle 10G just to see this is my jar file. So basically, this jar file is already available inside the Oracle folder. If suppose if this jar file is not available inside the Oracle, in Oracle 10G the file is OJDBC 14, in Oracle 11G the file is OJDBC 6. Suppose this file is not available, then happily you can download from Google. Yesterday that already I had discussed, from java2s.com you can download happily, there is no problem. Okay, now just I select this file and I will click open. Okay, now after I will click open button, then I will click on apply, then I will click on apply and close. Okay, so this is the procedure. So to configure OJDBC 14, that jar file that I configure. Okay, just to see, once I configured, just to see, automatically a file created, a folder created, name of the folder is referenced libraries. Just to see OJDBC 14. So our OJDBC 14, so it was available in my Oracle 10G folder. My Oracle 10G was available in Java software folder. Java software was available in D drive. So same path, in D drive, Java softwares folder, and inside the Oracle 10G this file was present. That file I brought into my Eclipse environment. Okay, so this is called as configuration of jar file. So before any JDBC program, when you are going to develop, so this is the first point, this is the first task that you have to do. Okay, then we will go to our task. So our task is what? Develop a JDBC program to retrieve all records from employee table. So for that, I will write a JDBC program, or I will write a JDBC application. So as I have told, JDBC program is nothing but a simply Java file. Now in Eclipse environment, so I will show you how I will create a .java file. So Java file or a Java, simply Java program is nothing but a class. So just to see, right click on SRC, you see how I am creating a class. Right click on SRC, new, then class. There is an option class, because a Java program, that we know, a Java program is nothing but a class. So how I will create a class in Eclipse environment? So right click on SRC, then new, then class. Okay, if you are not remembering, then just you note it. Right click on SRC, then arrow mark, then new, then arrow mark, then class. Now I will click here. So when I will click on class here, just to see, one option came, package name, here we have to give, then here name of the class we have to give. Okay, so package name, whatever you you can write, you can give. Suppose I will write com.ceylon. Okay, suppose related package name I wrote, simply you write Ceylon, simply you write Ramo, Damo, Samo, whatever you write, com.ramo.damo, there is no problem. Okay, so package name, whatever you specify, there is no problem. Suppose I specified my package name is com.ceylon. Let my class name, suppose I will write JDBC example 1. Okay, suppose my class name will JDBC example 1. Okay, so right click, what I did, right click on SRC folder, then new, then I will go to class, then I will click on class, then this option is coming. So here what I am providing, the package name and the class name. So after class name, just you see, there is an option public static void main string args. So you simply you put a tick mark. So once you will put a tick mark, so automatically this main method you can see. Okay, just to see, I will put a tick mark and click finish. Okay, now this is my JDBC example 1.java. Just to see the project structure, SRC. Inside the SRC there is a package, one package created. So package is a container, that package com.ceylon containing JDBC example 1.java. So this is my project structure in our package explorer bar, and or you can say it is a project explorer bar. So this is my JDBC example 1.java. So package name, class name already, so it have mentioned. So within curly bracket begin and curly bracket end, we will write the code. So give a response. I hope till now everybody got clarity. Okay, so now within curly bracket begin and curly bracket end, we will write our JDBC application. Then point number 1, you remember, any JDBC program, when you are going to develop one package, JDBC package you have to import. So I think in my first class I have told, that is one package you have to import java.sql.star. Remember, java.sql is the package name, star means all classes and interfaces. present in java.sql package. So we will use that classes and interfaces, and we know that classes and interfaces contain some built-in methods. So inbuilt class, some inbuilt interface, some inbuilt methods that we will use for the development of a JDBC application. So you remember, every JDBC program, when you are developed, then you have to import the package. The package name is java.sql package. Clear? This is one point. Then next point, this is very important. Every JDBC program throwing checked exception. So already we have studied exception handling chapter. Checked exception at the time of compilation, the compiler is strictly verifying for the smooth execution of the program at the runtime. That concept is checked exception. So how to avoid checked exception, that point also we have studied. So by using either try block and catch block, otherwise I will write throws keyword, throws exception. Exception is why I wrote exception. Let it, I don't know in JDBC, suppose I don't know in JDBC exactly which exception is arising. So overall I wrote exception. Exception is the parent class of all types of exception. So that's why I wrote exception. So why I wrote throws exception, the meaning is, there may be a chances, who is thinking, compiler is thinking, if JDBC program throwing some checked exception, then it is internally, it is automatically handled. Otherwise, compiler will provide a checked exception, maybe that is IO exception or SQL exception, the compiler may throw at the time of compilation. Okay, so we know that to avoid checked exception, we can use throws keyword. Otherwise, all the code you write within a try block, then after try block, you have to specify a catch block. So this is the very simple way that happily we can write throws exception. Clear? Then first point, I imported a package. Second point, since JDBC program, every JDBC program throwing checked exception, that's why I specified throws exception to handle checked exception. Particularly this point again we will cover in servlet in JSP. So we will write JDBC inside a servlet. We will write JDBC inside a JSP. So at that moment again we will get in a clarity manner, or why we will write JDBC inside the servlet or JSP. Okay, when that time will come, then I will inform you and we will get in detail. Okay, so come to the point. So every JDBC program consisting only 5 number of steps. So step number 1, to load and register the driver. Step number 1. So regarding driver, already I have told JDBC driver acting as a mediator to communicate a Java application with a database application. So one theoretical point, little bit point, you remember there are 4 types of driver: type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 driver, type 1, type 2, type 3. So nowadays that is completely outdated. Type 4 driver we use. So type 4 driver, basically that is called as thin driver. You remember that is called as thin driver, that is called as type 4 driver that is called as thin driver. You remember the name of the type for driver is thin driver. So we will use type 4 driver. Suppose an interviewer asked, so an interviewer asked, you tell how to load and register the driver, in which way that you will give the answer. So this step is common to all JDBC application. Just to see what I'm writing. So class dot, there is a method for name. There is a method for name method. Within bracket what I'm writing. Class dot for name method. What we are writing. Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver. Oracle driver. So when this statement executed, the type 4 driver loaded. So what is the statement meaning? Just to see, for name is a built-in method. When it is invoking by a class named as class, here C is uppercase. Here class is not a keyword. Here name of the class is class. So we know that when a method is invoking by a class directly, that method is a static method. So already we have studied a static method is a class level concept. Static method is a such method which is directly invoking by a class. So you will give the answer to the interviewer, sir, there is a method named as for name. There is a method named as for name method when it is invoking by a class named as class. Your class name is class, C is uppercase. Then for name method taking a parameter, taking an argument or parameter, that is Oracle driver. You remember what is Oracle driver? What is Oracle driver? Oracle driver is what? Remember Oracle driver. So this is the type 4 driver name. Type 4 driver name for Oracle database. Type 4 driver name for Oracle database. It is a class name. Type 4 driver class. So O is uppercase, D is uppercase. So and how I will get, this is the path. Oracle.jdbc.driver. Suppose I am going through C drive, then what the program files, then Java folder, then ZDK, then bin. This is a path where Java control is available. Similarly, to get Oracle driver, we have to go through this path, oracle.jdbc.driver. Then we will get Oracle driver. Okay, so what is Oracle driver? You remember type 4 driver class name for Oracle database. So when this statement executed, type 4 driver loaded. Give a response. I hope everybody got clarity.
Yes,
Give a response. Okay, so there is a for name.
Yes, sir.
When it is invoking by a class named as a class, and for name method taking one parameter, that parameter is Oracle driver, that is the type 4 driver class name for Oracle database. Then when it is executing, type 4 driver is loading. Now we will go to step number 2. Step number 2 is establish the connection. Establish the connection. Then interviewer will ask, then you tell how we will establish the connection. Then simply you will give the answer, sir, the connection object representing establishment of connection. Connection is a built-in interface coming from java.sql package. Whatever the built-in class, whatever the built-in interface we will use, all are coming from java.sql package. Then question is how to get connection object. Let my object connection object name is CON. So connection is an interface. Connection is an interface. It is built-in interface coming from java.sql package. Then question is how I will get connection object. To see, the answer is there is a static method get connection. Get connection is a built-in method when it is invoking by driver manager class. I will write driver manager dot get connection. So when get connection method, get connection is a built-in method. Get connection method invoking by driver manager class, then it is returning connection object. Let my connection object is CON. CON is user defined, whatever you write. Then get connection method taking 3 parameters. Get connection method taking 3 parameters. First line you are clear, you got the clarity. When get connection method, get connection is a built-in method. When get connection method invoking by driver manager class, driver manager is a built-in class coming from java.sql package. So when get invoking by driver manager class, then we are getting a connection object, or you can say get connection method returning connection object when it is invoking by driver manager class. So this method is also invoking by a class directly, so we can say this method is also a static method. So for name is a static method, get connection is a static method. So get connection method taking 3 parameters. First parameter is URL. So what is URL, that I will show you. Second parameter is username. So in our last class when I was opening the Oracle environment, login credential that had come. So I had given the value of username, password value. Default username is system, password at the time of installation of Oracle. Whatever you have given, you will give that username value, password value here as the second and third parameter. So first parameter is URL. So what is URL? So JDBC colon, our database name is Oracle, driver name is Thin. Just I will maximize. So JDBC is protocol, Oracle considering a sub protocol. Thin is my type for driver name. At the rate localhost. Localhost is my database server name. 1521. This is my port number. XE Express Edition. That is a database instance name. You are installing database Express Edition. So this is called as first parameter, or this is called as URL. Then second parameter is username. Username is system. Then third parameter is I have given Oracle. Whatever you have given the password value at the time of installation, that password value you will give here. So now this statement completely when it executes, then a connection will establish. I hope everybody got clarity. Give a response. How to establish a connection? Simply answer the connection object representing establishment of connection. Connection is an interface. First time you are acquainting lots of built-in classes, built-in interfaces, but once you will remember every JDBC program, same point you will use. Okay, give a response. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Control S for saving. If you want to save, then simply you press Control S. Then step number 3. 2 steps we completed. To load and register the driver. Step number 2, establish the connection. So this first two step is common to every JDBC program. Now step number 3. create the statement object. Create the statement object. So in our previous class already I have given the clarity. There are three interfaces for creating a statement object. One is statement interface, one is prepared statement interface, one is callable statement interface. Okay, so then question is, in which scenario we will use which interface? So here I am using, just to see, statement, let st equals, st is user defined, the statement object representing, create the statement object. But statement object, how I will get? Statement is an interface. Statement is an inbuilt interface present in java.sql package. So I will write statement st equals to see how I am getting a statement object. con dot, there is a method prepare statement. There is a method prepare statement. There is a method prepare statement. Otherwise, in this way you can write. So prepare statement method. So I invoked by con. So you tell what is con. What is con?
Subject.
Con is connection object. Connection object. So either particularly in this way, otherwise I will write another method, create statement. You can write also in this way. You can write also. So what is con? Con is connection object. So here already I have specified. Con is connection object. So there is a method. We will know what is prepare statement method in my next class. I will cover. But currently, so what I have written, just I am explaining. When create statement method, create statement is a built-in method. When it is invoking by con is the connection object. So create statement method coming from connection interface. You remember the method which is coming from which interface or which class, that method will invoke by that class or that interface object. So when create statement method is invoking by connection object, then it is a returning statement object. This is step number 3. This is step number 3. This is step number 3. When a create statement method, create statement is a built-in method coming from connection interface coming from java.sql package. When create statement method invoking by connection object, then it is returning statement object, or we are getting statement object. Clear? Everybody got clarity? Give a response speedily.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So we will go to next step. Now step number 4. There are 4 steps. Now execute the query. Or you can write it, execute SQL statement. So now our task is what? Our task is to retrieve all the records from employee table. So just I will go to my database environment. Just I will search, go to database homepage. Just I will click. Now I am opening Oracle environment. So whatever I have created the table, just I have to see. So default username. So default username is system, and my password is Oracle, ORACLE. Then I will go through SQL. I click SQL commands. So this is my what? Oracle environment. So select my table name was what? You remember, just you recall employee underscore detail. So this table I had created. Now I will hit run just to see. So it was my table in our previous class. I had created this table and 3 records already I had inserted. So now just you come to this point. So my task is to retrieve all records. 3 records I have inserted in my table. My table name is employee underscore data. Okay, to retrieve data from a table according to the user's instruction, that is a query. So here my problem task is nothing but a query. Okay, so now I will execute the query. So query is nothing but select statement. So already I have told there are 3 methods. One is execute query method. There are 3 methods. One is execute query method. One is execute update method. One is execute method. There are 3 execute methods. So in which scenario, which method we will use? Execute query method, you remember, strictly speaking, when your requirement is a query. So my currently our problem task is nothing but what? Query to retrieve data. I will retrieve 3 records of employee underscore detail table. So if our requirement is query, so I will use execute query method. So execute query method is a such method, it will return a result set object. Result set is an interface. This is my output. RS is my output object. So how I am executing? st dot, there is a method execute query. Execute query method. So execute query method I invoked by st. st is the statement object. So execute query method, I can say it is coming from statement interface. Okay, so execute query method takes an argument, and that argument is very, very important. So that argument is what? That argument is your required SQL statement. So my required SQL statement to retrieve all records from what? Employee underscore detail table, that is select star from employee underscore detail. So this is my required SQL statement. Select star from employee underscore detail. Employee underscore detail is my table name. So select star from table name. This is called as select statement, or this is called as a query. So this is our SQL statement, or we can say this is our required SQL statement. So now this statement will go to the database server, and this statement will execute, and whatever the output generated, that output will assign in RS. RS is the result set object. So in our RS is user defined. Instead of RS you can write anything. So in RS, our output is assigning. Give a response.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in this way 4 steps we completed. Only 1 step is remaining. To load and register the driver, establish the connection, create the statement object, execute the query. Till now I have not written any output statement. But in Java programming, without output statement, output value never comes. So whatever you have the business logic, whatever you have written, everything is okay. But output statement writing is mandatory. Without output statement, output value we cannot see. So I will write output statement. One loop I am taking. Suppose while rs dot, there is a method, next method. While rs dot next method, what I am writing, you see, I will explain. System.out.println, system.out.println. Here I am going to use a new method, that is getter method. Get triple X. This is called as getter method. Suppose your employee ID is 101. So I can write get int. So get triple X. Triple X meant for a return type. So suppose your name is Akash. Akash is a string value. I can use get string. Suppose your salary is 10,000. 10,000 is an int value. So I can write get int. Get return type. That is getter. In Spring Framework, widely we will use getter method and setter method. So currently just little bit information regarding getter method. You remember get return type. Okay. So now this method I will use getting information. Meaning is, so I can write arrays dot get int. Get int 1. 1 means first column value. 1 column your employee ID. So I can write there is a space. So then plus arrays dot get your employee table name. Just you see your table structure is employee ID, employee name, and employee salary. So employee name get string. Suppose I will write 2. Then there is a space. Suppose I will give a space. Then your arrays dot get int get return type, so 3. So now this is my output statement, and I wrote the output statement within a while loop. I will explain what is this. After executing this statement, employee detail record, 3 records I have inserted. Now that 3 record will assign in arrays. So what is arrays? Arrays is my object, output object. This is my arrays. This is my arrays. Arrays is which type of object? Result set type of object. Result set is an interface. This is my arrays. So like this is arrays. So it will contain 3 record. 101. Some data, I think data is 101, Sachin 30,000, 102, Saurabh 20,000, 103, Rahul 15,000. 101, it contains some data. 102, then Saurabh, then 20,000, 103, then Rahul, then 15,000. So 3 records here arrays is containing. How? After executing this statement. Select star from employee underscore detail. When this line executed, output whatever it is generating, the output assigned in arrays. So now loop, while condition, already we all have acquainted with loop concept. So repetition of an instruction is known as loop. While condition, so within a bracket, whatever anything is given, that should be a boolean value, whether it will be true or false. If I will get it true, then body will execute. While arrays dot next method represents next record. First, basically the control is in before the first record. First next method returns the first record. Next record means first record. The meaning is there any record available in arrays? The meaning is this. While arrays dot next method means next method presenting next record, that means first record. The meaning is there any record available in arrays? If record is available, then condition is true. Yes, we have 3 records. So now condition true. Once condition true, this statement will execute. This is the loop body. So get int of 1, that means first column value 101, then get string of 2, second column value, third column value will display, because this is the output statement. And we know that this is a loop. After executing the body, again the control will go to the conditional section, again it will evaluate, then is there next arrays dot next method represents next record. Is there any next record available? Yes, second record is available. If available, again condition is true. Again body will execute. First column value, second column value 102. Then this is Saurabh, this is 20,000. Then after executing the body, again the control will go to the again conditional section. Arrest dot next. The meaning is there any next record available? Yes, it is available. If it is available, then again condition is true. Again body will execute first column value, second column value, third column value. Then after executing the body, again the control will go to the conditional section. So is there any next record available? No, no record is available. Now the condition is false. When the condition is false, loop will terminate. So here, when the loop will terminate, we will get all the record values. Now step number 5, close the connection. Very simple, con dot, there is a method, close method. So this is my JDBC program. Now control as I said. So once you will open the connection, means establishment of connection. So once you establish the connection, that means you will open the connection internally. Lots of resources already that have used. If you will not close the connection, then memory leak. There may be chances the memory will leak, because again when you will execute another SQL statement, so the control will give the warning. That means some resources already that have used. So that's why this point, it is also mandatory point. So you have to write close the connection. That means whatever you have opened, that connection you have to close. So this is all my 5 steps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So these 5 steps, it is common to every JDBC application. Load and register the driver, establish the connection, create the statement object, execute the SQL statement, then close the connection. So give a response. Now I will run.
Yes, sir.
In Eclipse environment, it is very simple to run. It is very simple to run. Just to see where is my cursor. So there is a run. This is the run option. Okay. So now again I will save. Now I will hit run. Now execution is going on. Just to see, I got the output. 101 Sachin 30,000, 102 Saurav 20,000, 103 Rahul 15,000. So this is your Eclipse environment. But this data available in employee underscore detail table. Employee underscore detail table available in Oracle environment. But you retrieved these records from the Oracle environment. You are in Eclipse environment. So that means your environment communicated with a database environment. So that communication is a relationship, and that relationship is JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. You wrote a Java program, now you executed, but you got the output. Data is coming from employee underscore detail table. Employee underscore detail table available in Oracle environment. This is all about JDBC application.